Along the shore the cloud waves break, and twin suns sink behind the lake. The shadows lengthen in Carcosa, dim Carcosa. Strange is the night where black stars rise, and strange moons circle through the skies, but stranger still is lost Carcosa, dim Carcosa, songs that the Hyades shall sing, where flap the tatters of the king, must die unheard in lost Carcosa. Song of my soul, my voice is dead. Die thou unheard as tears unshed. Somebody actually saw me and applauded. It's very kind. So the story of that, this is a Great Western Railway going back and forth. I have no idea if this is distorted. If it's distorted, I'll just do it again. And then splice this in where I talk about it. So that is Cassilda's song from The King in Yellow. And The King in Yellow, write in the comments if you had something as a teenager which nobody else knew or understood, and you had absolutely nobody to talk to about it. And then when you got to be an adult, you found out that actually you're not alone, if you're far from alone. So The King in Yellow is quite famous, but when I was in a small town as a teenage girl, that nobody I knew or talked to or wrote to knew about it at all. And so, yeah, I was really obsessed by this particular poem. You can Google it all up and find out R.W. Chambers and the rest of things, and the whole kind of interesting fantasy kind of genre where it's sort of futuristic and it's sort of, yeah, it's very interesting, very, very interesting. Anyway, every composer I met from teenagehood on to now, you do the math, I would ask, can you set this poem, please? Can you set this? And none of them did. Then the other day I decided, let's see if anybody has. Okay, yeah, lots of people have. Since my being a teenager, so around the same time and after. And I thought, I'll just make it up. So I just made it up. This is basically the tune that I always had in my head as a teenager when I read the book. So there you go. That's what it is. This is the Warncliffe Viaduct. Oh yeah, interesting addendum. So I had a copy of this book. It's very rare. It was in my father's collection of old books. And it was so precious to me, and I didn't want to lend it out to anyone. And there was a punk rocker guy who used to come in, alternative guy, to the health food shop where I worked in Vancouver when I was saving up money to go to Europe and spending nothing and just living like a pauper, so I could save up money. And he used to come in and he used to lend me a book and I'd lend him a book. We'd lend each other books. He had tattoos of words all the way up and he was very alternative and actually rather good looking, and I really had a crush on him. So, but I steadfastly did not lend him The King in Yellow. I knew it was rare, I knew it was very precious, and I didn't want to risk it. He lent me Painted Bird, Hubert Selby Jr., I mean a whole bunch of stuff, and I lent him a whole bunch of stuff. And then eventually I thought, okay, he's proved himself. So I lent him The King in Yellow. The next I heard, the flat where he was living had burned down completely with his pets. He survived. The King in Yellow, as well as his 2 black cats, did not. It was a tragic story, but somehow it's very King in Yellow. So I don't have a copy of it anymore because of that. Anyway, there you go. There's Cassilda's song, my version of it. Thank you so much for watching.